Right. Hold on. I'm testing this software here. I'm going live in 5 minutes on the personal tools I use. Five personal tools for a positive mindset. So for those of you watching, it would be awesome to if you comment how's the streaming, how are you seeing? Currently keyframes are not being sent often enough, which will cause buffering the current keyframe. I don't know. I fucking don't know. Anyway, we'll be back in 5 minutes. I'm gonna write this a bit better. 5 personal tools for a positive mindset. All right. Stream starts in 3 minutes. See you guys. changes again for a non-stop positive mindset. What up, Snapchat? I'm on YouTube. Going to Facebook Live as well now. See you there. Yo, those of you here watching, would you do me a favor and comment? That would be really awesome. Let me comment here. Can I comment? Chat. I'm on YouTube. Going to Facebook Live as well now. See you there. Yeah. Yo, those of you here watching, would you do me a favor and comment? That would be really awesome. Alright, that works. I know that works. Awesome. Let's get it on. Let's get it on. Let's get live. Facebook, let's get live. Five personal tools I use for a non-stop positive mindset. Yo, what's cracking? Here we are. Man, so excited to go live because today I'm going to share 5 personal tools that I use to be in a constant mindset. Popping in some water here. Water is important, is a very important part of a positive mindset. You know, it exists around 75 to 80% of water. So it may be sometimes 90, no, just kidding, like 70, 60 to 80% of water. So you gotta drink quality water, and you know, the best is from a glass bottle. So there's a lot of controversy on it. You're still not 100% sure, but this is actually your best choice. So you know, that's why I always have a bottle of water at hand. So also because I dehydrate like fuck. So what up, Robin? How you doing, my buddy? Hope you're going strong, man. You know, hope to see you soon on one of our calls. And in the tribe, we've been missing you, my man. So be sure to be active there as well. So for those of you joining, welcome. I'm talking about 5 personal tools for a non-stop positive mindset. I've got my vodka here, you know, and you know, for those of you on Facebook Live that see this in, you know, mirror, it sucks. You know, apparently Facebook just, you know, changed its settings, or iPhone did at least, and so that's why this is mirror. But I'm on YouTube as well. I'm on YouTube Live. And surprise, surprise, well, I don't know if you, so if you see this in mirror, then you know, right, that right there you see it, super, estupendo. So if you want to see what is written on the board, just go to YouTube Live and then we'll continue. So what the goal of today's talk is all about 5 personal tools to be in a constant positive mindset. And you know, I want to talk a bit first about what I've been doing, you know, lately, and you know, all the changes that have been going on, really. So you might know that I went to Croatia, and before Croatia, I really start pondering upon, you know, what's the purpose of this tribe, and you know, I really feel it's like I feel it's my purpose to contribute, you know, in the healing of Mother Earth. I want to be part to those people that really make this world a better place, and you know, I feel like a real calling for that. And as you see it, you know, I see a lot of people coming in, and you know, they're sick or they feel stuck, and I just recognize myself so much in them. You know what they say. Every person in your life is there to teach you something. What up, Aaron? How you doing? Thanks, my man. Appreciate support. You know, and that just made me so much more aware of that. There's a lot of help. You know, I went through my challenges, still going through a lot of challenges. We all go through challenges, you know, and that's what we share. We share so much as human beings, right? And you know, I feel like I got a lot to contribute in that part, and so that's why I wanted to really get clear on what it is I want to do in life, and so that's why I feel really like contribution in the healing of Mother Earth is something very important, as we all need. There's a lot of harmony to be created. You know, I see it as 2 parts going. There's 2 parts growing. There's one, the left part, right, where there's a lot of suffering and there's terrorist attacks going on. And then on the other part, right, there's so much people who are into self-development and love and creation and harmony, and I just want to be part of those people. And I want, you know, you guys to be part of this as well. That's why I do what I do. And that's why I also created, you know, a private Facebook group, you know, the Natural Warriors, the tribe. You know, if you want, you can join, and it's all free. It's free content, and we have something cool going on there. You know, we're a community, fast-growing community of 150 people almost, and it's continuing to grow each day. And what we're doing together there is you know, is amazing. You know, thank you, Victoria. Muchas gracias. Yo sé que muchas gracias por el apoyo. And I miss you, girl. It would be great to see you soon. So you know, that's really what I'm doing there, and you know, we're creating something that will make this world or keep this world a better place. So what we're doing is we have a monthly theme that we're working around, and right now it's all about positive mindset, right? How to improve your self-image, and we are also having a challenge and a book a month, right? So the book of this month is Martin Seligman's Learned Optimism, okay? And if you've read that book, you know it's a tremendously great book. This is all about how to learn optimism, and yes, it can be learned, yeah. And so that's what we work around in the tribe. That's what we're doing constantly. We're, you know, chatting about it. We're exchanging content. We're discussing it, and we're leaving each other with a positive mindset. And so you'll get you know, a summary of Martin Seligman's book down there. what the book is all about if you don't feel like reading the whole book. And it's tremendous. We also have a monthly challenge, and this month's challenge is all about try to have no negative thoughts during 7 days in a row. And for those of you that know Tony Robbins, what's up, Jan? Hope you're doing well. For those of you who know Tony Robbins, that's his challenge. And it's really hard. Like, have you tried? Who in here, let me see, who joined in here, did already try this challenge of trying to have no negative thoughts whatsoever during 7 days? Let me see on YouTube. For those of you, that want to see what's here and is written in mirror, I'm on YouTube as well, YouTube Live. You can join there to see what I write on the board. So, so the challenge, right? It's 7 days without any negative thinking, and it's so hard. What the main purpose of this test really is, or what the main purpose of this challenge really is we're trying to ingrain new ways of thinking. Right? And we're trying to build our willpower, which is shown that, is our biggest asset. If we can use our willpower into our advantage, there's a lot that we can accomplish, right? So, that's why we're doing that challenge. And, it's a great community. There's, like I said, we keep growing. We're still, we're 150 people, I think, and it's not everybody. It's not for everybody, right? It's really where you contribute and where you just discuss things, and there's some. Everybody has his contribution there, So, okay, let me get into the 5. Tools that I use personally to get in a positive mindset. Everybody who knows me well enough, knows that I'm always in a positive mindset, and that I'm just enthusiastic like all the time. And before I learned meditation, really I was constantly full of energy, like too much. I was, maybe a bit too obsessive. So now I learned how to moderate that energy, but I can use it, right? I can use it to go inward and then transpond that to you. What's up, Walter? Hope you're doing well, my man. What's up, Lalo de Mexico? Lalo de Mexico, ¿cómo estás, hermano? So we got people from all over the world here. We got people from Mexico. We got people from Belgium, obviously, which is where I live. We got people from the UK. Where else are you from? Let me see. Let me check in on that first. Where are you guys from? Where are you checking in from? What countries do we have here? Oh, we even got, I think, Ecuador. Oh, we got Canada. What's up, Canada? I love you, Lena. And so that's the beauty of it, right? This is so many people from all over the world. We got Sweden. Oh man, we can start a revolution right here, right? So all lovely people that I met on my travels, and man, DMD City, you got it. That's Belgium for those of you who don't know that. So, okay, awesome. So let me get into the 5 personal tools to be in a constant positive mindset. So like I told you, I'm constantly in it. And obviously, life is not only, being in a constant happy state, but what a positive mindset really is an optimistic mindset. And you don't have to be constantly happy, right? Positivity doesn't mean like you're always on a roll, like you're always in a flow. No, right? what it is really looking at life through an objective lens, but at the same time trying to maintain your subjective truth. So that's really how you view the world, but you don't lose yourself in your subjective mindset. Now that's really obviously there's a frontier, there's a limit there that you know might not be able to cross, but to the best of your abilities, right? To be an optimizer, to be as good as you can, and to not really, because what it is, if you're a pessimist, then you learn helplessness, right? And so what it basically means is that everything affects you. Everything that you don't take responsibility for, right, just keeps on affecting you. And so, thank you, Lalo. Thank you, Daniel. So Colombian, I know, right? Oh man, I love Colombia, but I love Ecuador as well. And I'm gonna be in Mexico one day, for sure. So keep your eyes peeled. So, you know, what this is all about is really understanding what your impact is on the world, you know, and that you take responsibility for it. So that is really subjective objectivism, right? Taking responsibility for all the things that you can't take responsibility for, okay? And so all the rest that is out of your control, just let it go, just let it fucking go. Así, Panamá, eso, muy bien. I hope you're doing great, Lorena. It's nice to see you here. Of course, Panama is, you know, a country I have to visit. I was there once, but only in Panama City in the airport. So I have to see it better now. You know, I have to visit it. So you know, it's all about taking control over the things that you can control, and all the rest, you know, the weather, everything that is like, you know, the reactions of other people, just let it go, right? You cannot control it. Stop controlling it. And then the things you can take control over, if you then come back at it with an optimistic view, right, then it's going to make your life so much more better. So here we go, right? Optimism. If you want to see my video that I made about the book review, right? It's on YouTube right now, and I'll post it in right here on Facebook, and also in the private Facebook. There's a little bit more content, right? But just keep your eyes peeled. So the first thing, I'm gonna give you one thing that is really very powerful, and that's, I mean, it transformed my life, and I got to know it. I think it was because of Elliot Hulse, okay, and it's called the Holosync technology. Now, the Holosync technology, I'm going to write it down for those of you here on YouTube, right? So that's Holosync, okay? Now, Holosync, right? So for those of you on Facebook, obviously it's a mirror writing, but anyway. So Holosync, you know, what that is binaural beats, okay? So, and what it basically does, it sends two signals via your ear, one in the right ear, one in the left. And so that, your pineal gland then is going to make that into one sound, one vibration. And there are different vibrations of your brain. There's alpha state, there's beta state, there's delta, there's theta, there's gamma. And so for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, these brain states determine, right, how you will feel and how you will interact. Because, for instance, what we're doing right now is a it's a mixture of different kind of waves, but the most important waves that are going on right now is the beta wave, because we're conscious and we're sharing information, so it's like a conscious state, right? And then once you go to alpha state, theta state, delta state, even gamma state, then you're like going more and more unconscious. For instance, when you're sleeping, you're in a delta state and theta state. And theta state and alpha states are also states of relaxation and creativity, right? So, but what it also does, it will eliminate certain blockages that are in your energy field. For those of you who believe in that, there's obviously well-documented papers on that, but there's still some, negative beliefs about that. Thank you, Mark. Appreciate it, man. So, really, let me set the bell here. So that's what I use, to get into a positive mindset, to be in a relaxed state, because what a positive mindset, a very important part of a positive mindset is that you are able to take a step back and just observe everything, right? And when you can observe the things and your impulses, from the outer world, and you can observe them better, you're not constantly in a reactive mode, right? The bell affirmation, you know that, Robin. So you're not in a constant reaction mode, right? So that gives you the ability to choose your answers. And that's really what this HoloSync, technology does, is it's kind of meditation, really. Combined with those binaural beats that have a positive impact on your brain waves. All right. Thank you, Yuri. I appreciate it, man. So, that's why, so they have a whole program. I'm not an affiliate or anything, but, there's other brainwave technologies. There's brainwave technology on YouTube. You don't have to use HoloSync, obviously, but that's just the technology that I use, and you just experiment with it. For me, I've been using it for 2 years now, something a little bit more. And what you do is, you go through stages, right? You actually go to the gym, to a brain gym, right? And so it's just changed me so much itself that. Even that some friends even react like, yo, you changed so much, you're way much calmer, and it has so much to do with the HoloSync technology, man. It's crazy. So check that one out. That is a very huge, important one. So for those of you here on Facebook, I'm gonna end it here. I'm gonna continue in my private Facebook group, Natural Warriors, the tribe. So that's Natural Warriors the tribe. So I'll see you in there if you want to be there with us. We have a whole community. It's growing to 150 people, and like I said, we're doing things like challenges. We're reading books together. We have a monthly theme that we're working on. This month it's positive mindset, and it's next month it's going to be how to listen to your body's signals, and we're sharing videos and articles, and we have a little fun contest. So, and it's really, and you know what Jim Rohn says, right? You are the average of the 5 people you surround yourself with. And what if you can surround yourself with 150 people, like-minded people, positive-minded people, that want to be conscious, that want to be warriors, and with a heart that leave this world a better place. So, if you feel like you want to be part of that, just join. That's Natural Warriors, the tribe, all right? And I'll accept you. So I'm going to continue my journey here. We're going to share 4 other points, you know, 4 other personal tools that I use to be in a constant positive mindset. So I want to thank everybody here. I appreciate you so much. You know, everybody from Canada, USA, Ecuador, Colombia, Panama, Sweden, and Belgium, obviously, all those amazing people. I love you so much, you know. I appreciate the support and I appreciate the love. And so I'm going to continue in my private Facebook group. I'll see you there. Be awesome and see you next Thursday. Much love, MV2B. Peace. Right, YouTube, hold on. For those of you watching, appreciate your time, appreciate your attention. I'm just gonna put it to Facebook here, Facebook private group. So, Natural Warriors, the tribe. Right. So, five personal tools to be in a constant positive mindset. All right. Nice. What's up, my warriors? So good to be here as well. I had so much fun live on my personal Facebook. It was awesome to see people from all over the world, really, which is tremendous. I'm stunned every time I see that. You know, people from Canada, people from Sweden, people from the States, people from everywhere. You know, this world has become so interconnected. And you know what? This is just a reflection of everything, you know, that we're doing. We're so interconnected, you know, not only physically, right? But energetically, we're interconnected. Mentally, we're interconnected. We share so much spiritually, right? And so that's why I think it's so important to start focusing upon, you know, where our similarities are, so that we can start creating a dialogue, right? So that we can start creating a positive change in the world with like-minded people. So that's what we're doing down here, you know, in the tribe. So with conscious warriors with a heart. So the first part, first and foremost, is always the conscious part, right? Where you got to become aware of yourself, become aware of the people around you. And once you do that, once you got that, you know, there's a warrior part. You go out, you know, you go on your hero's journey, and you can share everything that lies within your heart, and share love and grow, create. You know, there's 2 things why we're alive. There's 2 things. We're here to survive and we're here to create. And then there's death pulling on us constantly, right? So you have the choice. And if these are the 2 forces, you know, create, survive, or death, and one is love and the other one is like creating fear and just, you know, negativity and sharing constant negativity, well, then it's your choice which way you want to go. Do you want to go death way, or do you just want to, you know, use everything into your advantage that is according to the laws of the universe, right? So the laws of the universe that we're all sharing. So I don't know about you, but I just want to be part of those people that just create something, right? So let me continue. I can't write obviously here, but on Facebook, but I'm on YouTube still, by the way. So the second thing that I use to be in a constant positive mindset has to do with nutrition. Okay, and there's two things that I want to say about this, and it's omega-3 fish oil and probiotics. Okay, so I'm gonna write that down for those on YouTube. So omega-3 and probiotics. Okay, so why? Well, our brain, right, has a lot of fat, right? I kind of forgot the number right now. I think it's 60% of fat, okay? Might be even more, might be a little bit less, might be 40. I don't know the exact number right now, but I'll look it up and let you know. But just that, should tell you that we need to integrate more fats into our diet. Because they're so important for the connections, the synapses, right? The neurological pathways for the communication of the neurons, for the sharing of electricity, of water, they just became inevitable to start using them. Plus, omega-3 just, limits your inflammation to your body. Now, if you're constantly inflamed, then, how do you think you're going to feel, right? So you won't, it's very unlikely you will have a positive mindset with that. So really, that's why I put it so high on the list, because it's so damn important, right? To not be inflamed. If you're inflamed constantly, right, it's like you're being on fire. And we're doing that to ourselves constantly with the bad nutrition that we're having lately, all processed foods, all sugar. And there's just what fish oil does, or omega-3s, they lower the inflammation. The omega-6, which is in a lot of, processed foods and sugars and grains, and, they just elevate our stress. And if you have a lot of stress, you won't be in a positive mindset. And that's why I use also probiotics, because there's like 80-90% the communication to our brain from our guts, right? So the way your gut functions, that's how you're going to feel, that's how you're going to think, that's going to determine your day. And so, if you want, you can read Brain Maker by David Perlmutter. There's also Power Up Your Brain by Alberto Villoldo, and I think it's also David Perlmutter. So he's a very important person in terms of your gut-brain connection. You got billions of bacteria in your stomach, and they just determine how you will feel, because they protect you from everything that comes from the outer environment, and they make you vitamins, and they're just your life. They're you. By the way, fun fact here. This is a question from me to you. How much do you think we exist? How much human genome do you think we have? Right? How much percent of human not human genome, but human, how much human are we? How much human do you think we are? And maybe it might be a very weird question. What I mean by that is that we exist out of so much. We exist out of bacteria, we exist out of parasites and fungi, and how much do you think there's genuinely something of a human being, right? It's less than 5%. We exist of 90 to 95% out of bacteria, parasites, and fungi. Now, is that fun to know? I don't know. But at least now you know, right? So anyway, so that's why it's so important to have probiotics into your diet, right? Number 3, okay, so we have had Holocene technology, the binaural beats, we had the omega-3, the probiotics, and now number 3, this is going to be one of the, if you take action upon these, I guarantee your life is going to change, okay? And especially with this one down here, this is what changed me the most. I would say almost as much as meditation, okay? And it's this one. It's audio books. I would even say books, but especially audiobooks for me, because it's my personal preference. I just learn better listening to people. But audiobooks. What Brian Tracy says, turning your university, your car into a university of wheels, on wheels, a university on wheels, right? So I did that when I was like, maybe I shouldn't say this too loud, but whilst I was working for Whirlpool, it's in the meantime, when I was traveling from client to client, I just listened to audiobooks all the time. And I had to travel a lot, and obviously when there was a call, I answered, but I learned so much. I learned books about, from Brian Tracy. Check these out. If you're writing down, I hope you write down. For those of you, who are listening in the replay, just write these books down, and if you learn them, if you study them, I promise you, these are your biggest assets. Today we're in the, learning, we're past the information age, but it's still what you do with that information, right? And you can share it. You can learn so much. Everything is on the internet right now. Everything. So you just pick your theme and you just grind and you just study. You become an expert in that field, and you serve the people that you're passionate about. Guess what? That's your earnability. Your learnability is your earnability. Nice, Robin. Thank you for that book. I haven't read that one. So, The Inside Story of the Most Underrated Organ by Julia Enders. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Cool. Yes. So, audiobooks, right? And also, so like I said, when you can pick your theme, you can pick your subject. And for instance, Brian Tracy's Advanced Learning Techniques. Or you can have Paul Chek's You Are What You Eat. If you want to study on nutrition, if you want to get better and overcome challenges, right? In health, you study Paul Chek, you study whatever. Like, there's so many people. Or if you want to conquer anxiety, guess what? You read my book, right? So, anyway, what I want to say with this is the books, and there's so much information that you can choose, but you gotta choose and not let television and marketing and radio choose for you, right? You gotta filter out all the other crap. And if you're not doing that, that is going to determine your mindset, bar none. And this is like the tool that changed my life, maybe even as much as meditation. If I tell you, like, if you ask me, okay, MVDB, in my life, if there's one thing that would revolutionize my life forever, what would it be? I would say, you pick your theme, you study that, you find people to serve in that, and you just, you find your passion, you serve people, you make this world a better place, and you're doing what you love, and you get back, you earn not only money, but you earn so much more love. There's love coming back. If you give love to the earth, earth will give you love back. It's as simple as that, right? So number four, okay? This one's very familiar for my friend Robin here on the call, and that's the mindfulness bell. So what it is, and Robin's gonna laugh with this one, but each hour I have a bell ringing, and as a matter of fact, if you paid attention, this like 20 minutes ago the bell rang, but I put off the sound, but on time. But this mindfulness bell, what it is, it reminds you, if you're, a hustler, and if you're like someone who's laser focused or constantly, distracted, let's say, even if you're distracted, this mindfulness bell reminds you each hour with a gong, with a bell like to breathe in and breathe out. And that's going to take your mind, it's going to calm your mind down, it's going to take your mind and just back to your body. And that is going to ground you. And that's, my friends, if you're in your body, your confidence, you're grounded, right? You're connected with earth. Well, guess what? You're going to have an awesome perspective on life. You're going to have the subjective objectivism I was talking about on my personal Facebook page. Man, that's where it's at. That's where you can observe all the impulses that come from outside. You're not in a constant reactive mode, and you can pick the things you want. You choose what you focus upon and where you take responsibility for. You choose what you let through, and it's so much more easier to be in a positive mindset then, right? It's so much more easier. So that's why every hour there rings a mindfulness bell on my computer, so to remind myself, okay, get back into my body so that I feel in touch with myself, so that I feel in touch with the earth, so that I can, keep on being a human being and, not just out there in space, okay? And then the last one, number 5, man, this is a very important one. My agenda. And I don't have it here, but seriously, an agenda meaning structure. Structure your days, right? Know what you have to do when. Know what your roles are in life. And then plan accordingly so you don't constantly have to react to other people's agendas. And then when you think, in that agenda, I write my purpose in life, I write my mission in life, I write my number 1. Each and every single day, I remind myself. Now, how do you think that is going to affect my mindset? If I remind myself constantly, purpose, okay, contribute in the healing of Mother Earth, mission, create a tribe of conscious warriors with a heart. How? By inspiring conscience with enthusiasm. My number 1, get in my own autonomous living space, my own creative space. That's my number 1 for this year. And so, I also think upon, okay, what do I have to do for this day? I structure my day. And when I come home, right, I think upon 5 things, and I hope you write down, because these are just golden nuggets. I'm sharing it with you here. That's why I don't go to I don't share these things on my personal Facebook page, just as, because, people are going to be like, yeah, whatever. But I know here, if you're here, you're an action taker, right? And you're someone that is serious about this. And so that's why I feel like I want to share this with you, right? And so you think about 5 things that were awesome that day, and 1 thing you can improve. And if you know what you have to improve, if you know, right, and if you just look upon that, after a whole while, there's a lot of things you improved, and there's a lot of things that were awesome that day. So that's why that 5-1 ratio is so important. Because otherwise, if you have like 5 things you have to improve, it's overwhelming, and there's only one thing awesome. So that's why, that keeps you rolling, that keeps you going, that keeps that positive mindset going, right? All right, awesome. So those were the 5 things. Obviously, there's a whole lot more, but we only got half an hour here, or at least on YouTube, we've got 45 minutes. So I just wanna say if there's any questions here on YouTube, if there's any questions here on Facebook, let me check in on that. How are things for you? Do you have any questions on positive mindset? And then I will address the question. Justin Bisaki, if I hope I pronounce it right, asked me, right? But let me just first check out if there are any questions from you guys down here on positive mindset, right? So for those of you who are joining, the 5 things were the Holosync technology, the omega-3, the probiotics, audiobooks, your mind, your learn abilities, your earn ability, remind that, mindfulness bell to constantly ground yourself, keep being in touch with your body so that you're not all airy-fairy and just, flying away. No, you're in your body, your impulses from the outside, you can observe them, right? So you have a subjective objectivism, and that is the mindset you want, right? So you can choose your thoughts, your feelings, okay? And then you can choose positive mindset. And just check out my upcoming summary of the book of Optimism, Learned Optimism by Martin Seligman. I just recorded it. It's on YouTube. I'm going to put it here tonight, and it's awesome. You can learn optimism. You can learn it, right? And people who are optimists do better in life. They got better jobs, they got better relationships, they get sick less often. So I don't know. And it's the creation and survival part, or do you want to go in the death zone, right? Do you want to be that guy that just, or a girl that just constantly shares negativity, but you're contributing to the death cycle? I want to be, and I think if you're here, you also want to be like sharing love and sharing things that you're good at, your passion, see other people create. That's it. If we can inspire each other, we're supporting each other on our journey, supporting each other to create. And then that's where we leave this world a better place, right? So, and then there's agenda. Know your structure, know your day, know how it is structured. So you don't have to be in a constant reaction mode, but in a creative mode, which is funny, right? I'm not going to write it down because on Facebook you don't see it. But for those on YouTube, react versus create, they have it's the same way of writing, but it's a different thing, right? Create versus react. Which one do you want to be? Simple, right? So if there's no questions, I just want to address this one. Justin asked, and I don't know if I got his question completely right, but let me just answer it to the fullest of its ability. What I get from his question, what do you do when you feel so hopeless and that your circumstances make you the exception for advice that can help you? Either it means, what I read from that question, and I want to be brutally honest, is that, I think you can benefit a lot by learning optimism. Because when you say your circumstances, right, affect you, we just talked for a whole while on, that those are things you can't control. So why would you want to, spend energy on it? All the things you can't control, just fucking let it go. You don't need that, man. Just start by focusing on what you can control, which is your thoughts, which is the way you eat, which is the way you speak to people, which is the way you control yourself, your meditation, your fundamentals, your purpose in life. Start thinking upon what would happen in 5 years for me, what would make me happy, right? And what do I value truly in life, and what can I start doing today? And just having optionality, just having different perspectives, different routes you can take, different routes you can go, right? And the second thing I want to say is, find people that share that same mindset. And I know you are, we're in the same Facebook groups, and try to go out and find those people. So obviously this is like the answer I can give you, and you probably know. And it's all about doing it, taking action upon it, and yeah, man. I mean, just let me know if there's anything else. Like if you can specify a bit more on what you mean by the circumstances. What are those circumstances? And what makes you so hopeless? So I hope you can share that more. I hope you can see that I understood it as a very general question. So I hope that at least I gave you some answer. But yeah, if it isn't clear, then obviously go a little bit deeper, and I'll try to see if I can answer you to the best of my abilities. Accept and taking your time. That's true, Crystal. It's everything takes time, so much time. But don't forget to enjoy the process. Don't forget to in the meantime, appreciate what you have, even if it's like the small things, the little things in life. Okay? So, positive mindset. That's what we're here for. Check out my book summary coming up, Martin Seligman. And if you have any questions, please ask them. Tell me how I can serve. Tell me how we can serve you in here. Share, right? Because everybody's on the same route. Believe me, everybody, or most of the people here, share the same pains, sufferings, and they're gonna see you as a courageous person if you share it, right? So, I want to thank you for being here. I appreciate it a lot, and much love. See you next Thursday. Bye. Peace. For those of you here on YouTube, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it, and I hope you had some value out of it. So thank you very much. I hope you're going strong, and I'll see you next Thursday. All right? Peace.